Good morning, everybody. Um, I didn't know whether I was going to pop on this morning or not, but I thought, well, I might as well pop on and see what everybody's doing. We'll see how long how well received this live stream is. But everybody is welcome. And like I say, I didn't know whether or not I was going to be on this morning. My co-host, Paul Hodges, is got really busy with his business and driving bus. So he indicated and told me that he would not be able to be here this morning. So, but I'm going to pin up there in the chat the link if anybody wants to join me this morning. And if not, I understand. You know, people have things to do. AZ Drone, how you doing? Yeah, Paul told me last night that he had several signs to attend to this morning. That and of course his bus driving duties, he doesn't get done with that until about after 9 o'clock or so. So he said that he would not be on this morning, but he said he probably would be here this evening. So but I know that there's a lot of people out there like yourself that usually are out in the morning looking for somewhere to kind of come and hang out, and everybody is welcome. My audio is low. I haven't changed the settings any. How's that sound now? Let me go over here and see if I can hear it on my end. Let me go to this computer, turn it on, and see what I get. Doesn't even show me as being on here. That's weird. But I must be on because you're here, right? So let's see. Let me click that. Okay, there it is live. And let me take a look and see. You will get a little bit of feedback, but I'm okay. How is that? I've got it cranked up all the way. We'll see if that's any better. Yeah, I've got all my settings over there the same. So just look and see if I'm getting feedback. Okay, how is that? Cranked up all the way. That's any better. Okay, is that any better, AZ? Hanging with JD, how you doing? Okay, I'm gonna turn the other one off. As you can see here, a wonderful morning it is. It's snowing. It's just kind of a blah day. And not a lot going on today. Today is just, and I don't know about you, but I get a little bit tired of television because, it's like all they want to talk about is the halftime show. Who gives a rip about the halftime show? I mean, I just get so tired of this. They it's all a money grab. The halftime show makes money for everybody. I get that, but it gets a little old after a while when all of the news agencies are carrying the halftime show of the Super Bowl. Don't care. Morning, Curtis and Marshall. Good morning. So yeah, my little squirrely buddies are out there foraging for peanuts. I threw some out and they pitter patted around, and now they're attacking the bird feeder. So Curtis, are you at work or going to work? I know it's early out there. Here's my that's my little squirrelies are all out there. I guess I should throw them some peanuts and let you guys watch. Be right back. Don't go away. Right there, gang. I had to open another bag of peanuts for my squirrelies. Because I was getting low, and let me throw them out here. I'll be right there with you, gang. Sorry about that. I had to open a bag of peanuts. So now they should be happy. Oh, Curtis is leaving in 5 minutes. Well, probably 5 minutes ago, Curtis, because sorry I abandoned you. I hope the weather will cooperate, not make it a bad shift for truck driving. So like I said, Paul Hodges is going to be absent today. He let me know, and that's fine. You know, he's got some things to do, and I understand that. Although it makes it kind of tough to sit here and stare at yourself. But we'll continue on for a while as long as people in the chat are interested in being here. See, we're down to a whopping 4 people watching now. So like I say, I'm going to just live stream as long as there's people here that want to interact. And we'll go from there. Because I don't know about you folks, but I get sick and tired of watching the idiot box spewing all of the bad news of the day. But then again, I don't like the fluffy stuff either. So. Oh, Curtis has got full sun coming tomorrow. Yeah, we've got snow today, tomorrow. And the winds are supposed to pick up today because we got a front coming through. So we could have like 35, 45 mile an hour winds. And that's not good either. But I'm glad I don't have to go outside. For those of you that have been following Lynn's Haas, he's going to get another surgery again on the, what did she say, the 21st? Or was it the, anyway, within the next week or so, he's going to be having another surgery, and I'm sure that she would appreciate any good thoughts everybody has. Well, Curtis, thank you. But yeah, my squirrelies are out there doing their thing. I'm in here doing my thing. Let's go take a look and see what if there's anything going on anywhere else in the world that we of interest. I don't think there's anything of interest on the water. It's but let's check in just for fun. Yeah, with my with a little bit warmer climate. It's not warm down there because it's in the northern portion. St. Augustine is. But let's go take a look and see what's going on at the teeny martini bar. There's some people there getting breakfast because Nero's Waterfront Cafe has breakfast, lunch, and a full bar. So there's some people going there for breakfast. And there's some other people out just for a walk. I believe, I'm not sure, but I think right behind this camera, there's a hotel on the corner. So yeah, I cut it off just before this gal came out here. Taking and putting out the little canisters around to each one of the tables. So they're getting ready. That's good. I can't think of anything else worth looking at. We can take a quick look at the lakes. Oh, and I'm going to screen share that. This is marinetraffic.com, and you can see the Great Lakes, any kind of ship movement. Here's the Algo Salt, which is headed for Sarnia. So it's doing 9.2 knots now. Up to here is about 3 hours north, so it's about 4 hours up the lake. And what's down here is the Samuel Risley. Now that's an icebreaker. That's Canadian buoy tender icebreaker. It's one of the larger ones. Nothing. Oh, over in Erie, you got the Algo Nova, which came down, but it's headed for Nanticoke up in this area. And not much else going on the lakes. Oh, farmers have joined the blockade in Canada. That's interesting. Our idiotic governor here in the state of Michigan, I don't know how she got elected, but she's one of those that likes the limelight. She's all about herself. Has offered the Canadians to send heavy equipment that the state of Michigan owns over and physically remove the trucks, which I highly questionable whether or not an elected official in Michigan should be doing anything of that kind of nature in a sovereign other nation. It's crazy. Gretchen Whitmer, she should be hauled out on a rail. Oh, JD's got his replacement drone coming Saturday. Good for you. JD, people were asking the other day how that was going and whether or not you'd heard anything. So today being Friday, that means you should have it tomorrow. And Marshall's going to have 80-degree weather down there. Good for you, Marshall. Okay, Curtis, you have a great day, and we'll see you again soon, my friend. Yeah, 80. I can only hope that we stay. Right now, we're just right at the freezing point, and it snowed. And there's a warm front going to come through, and it's going to go up to about 38 degrees, possibility rain. And then it's going to do another dive. It's going to be cold the next several days. highs in the daytime, the teens maybe 20, and lows at night down to close to zero. But is what it is. I can complain about it all I want, but it's not going to change it, right? Yeah. The like I say, the news is not good anywheres in the world. All of these communist countries that have developed now long range missiles and are developing nuclear weapons are pretty much taking a note out of the book of Vladimir Putin. And China now has North Korea and China has veiled threats that they now can reach the United States. Iran too says that they have long range missiles that can reach Western targets and the US. So don't know what to think. It just seems like everything's going to hell this last year. And I don't care what ding dong Biden says. He's not necessarily all there anyway. We all know that. So it's just sad that I'm on the downslide, okay? But for any of you that have children, grandchildren, or nieces, nephews, or whatever, family, I don't know what the world's going to be like. And this pandemic thing is, one day this is the science, the next day the complete opposite is the science, and then the next day a modification of what they said was the science 3 days ago is now the science, because I get so sick and tired of the phrase, we're following the science. The science doesn't have a clue. If you're old enough like me to remember back in the days when they came out with polio vaccines, and everybody got the polio vaccine. You know who else got the polio? Me. So that, follow the science. Yeah, the science hasn't got a clue. That's why they do all these studies. Now, there's a study that came out from embalmers, said that they're finding strange things in the bodies of COVID, people that die from COVID. Their veins and everything are mushy and jello-like. There's a jello-like substance. I don't get it, don't understand it. Marie, good morning. But it's just follow the science. Just anybody that says that, they need to go take a flying leap. Maria, how you doing? I think things have wound down here at the Blue Water Bridges. Things are not what they were. It's cleared as far as I can tell. All the truck traffic has cleared. I don't know if the Ambassador Bridge is back open again, which would relieve a lot of the tension here on our international crossing. Yes, JD, it's your baby. It's coming back home, a replacement anyway. But like I say, I didn't know whether or not to come on this morning because my co-host Paul Hodges is busy this morning and can't make it. He said that he probably would be around this evening, but with everything going on in Paul's life, having to drive bus, he runs a side business, plus he has to, he visits his wife Bonnie in the assisted living situation. He's got a lot going on in his life. But I know there's a few people like Curtis checked in, and so did AZ, that are out and about and around. So it's good. It's a good chance. It's a good good opportunity for everyone to just kind of take a break and stop in and say hello. The as far as drones go, I think that the DJI is working on updates. I also saw that Geek Savannah made mention about DJI being banned. I didn't get a chance to watch it yet, but um, oh, okay, Marie. Marie says in the chat that they closed some car factories and the stream of parts and supplies going cross border has not officially eased, but I think that there is no tie up here on our bridge. As you can see over there, that from that camera angle, that is traffic coming into the US, because the closest one, this is the new bridge, which is the exit. This is inbound truck traffic, that's exit truck traffic. So we could check in see how it's going over there. Let's take a look and see. Oh, they said that the Freedom Convoy protests have widened to France and New Zealand and Australia, of course. So it's this supposedly is a live feed. I think that is West Coast. Let's see if it tells us. So this is, I believe, might be in France. So the protest is spreading. Hey, Mike, how you doing? Had a busy morning, I know. Yeah, Marie, you have a grandson that's driving, right? Hello, Neil. Good morning. Um, the protesters, I still are still there, although they're not front and center here in the States as far as being on the news. Um, I'm just turned the TV on to Fox News to see if they're still showing Port Huron. They were showing a video from yesterday, because when I flew yesterday, there was some reporters down along the water with their big camera setups on the sticks and the tripods and the monitors, and they were doing live reports. Canada protesters halt Michigan car plant production, it says. The so it must be continuing, but I don't know out the freeway what the situation is. Although when I pull up cameras, I'm not sure that it's live cameras. It appears that it is, but I'm not sure. The we just don't have any cameras on the freeway here. That's the bad part. Yes, Marshall. Marie said yes, her grandson is driving. Like I say, I didn't know whether to come on this morning or not. I knew there was a few of my loyal patrons that do come to the channel, might be looking for some place to come and chit chat. So I decided to come here and share with you what's going on. I'll show you what's happening right now in the Murray driveway yard. There's the squirrels. They're raiding the bird seed. There's a squirrel on top of it. They're kind of looking around. If you will allow me, I'll let you see. I'm going to pitch some peanuts out there and see what happens. Yep, that's what feeding time at the zoo in Port Huron, Michigan is like. Gotta take care of my little buddies. Okay, Mike, that sounds good. Uh, on the river, not much going on. As you can see, we went over and checked a couple of other sites. Nothing much going on over there either. Here's the teeny mini teeny weeny bar. People having breakfast. Because Nero's Waterfront Cafe does breakfast, lunch, and a full bar. So they're just starting to get cranked up a little bit there as well. I just like it. It just makes you feel warm and fuzzy. Although I realize people have some coats on and sweatshirts and whatever, so it's probably close to 55 or 60 degrees there. But when you're sitting here at 32 degrees and below, you kind of feel like, yeah, I could do that. Yep, I told everybody, Paul, that you can't be on this morning. Just got fuel and in Timmy's line now. Yes, that's right, Marie. Marie is 100% right. I've been kind of watching the Algoma salt. It's right. I'm going to screen share again and show you guys the marine traffic. Here it is right there. Here we are right down here, Sarnia, and we're right across is Port Huron. The salt's doing 9.5 knots. I believe the center of the lake might be pretty much open. It hasn't frozen over. It's very rare does it ever freeze solid. Most of all the ice is like along the edges. The center out here is usually open. They can still get their good head of steam. From about this point here where they check in down to the Blue Water Bridge is about 2.5 to 3 hours. So yeah, the wind's starting to pick up here too, Paul. The flags and across the street. It's a heavy southerly wind. We've got a cold front that's supposed to be coming through here. Here's the cold front. As you can see, I'm going to back it up a little bit. That's 7 o'clock a.m. And we'll let it roll from there. But the cold front is supposedly right along here. We can see where the green is, where this is the front line here. So the cold front, as it moves through, the wind is up to 30, 35 mile an hour gusts. And that's 7:30, 8 o'clock, 8:30, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 10:30, 11. So that's what it's going to look like. So the snow line isn't going to clear here until after 2 o'clock. Now, if we widen it out, let's take a look and see where the rest of the storm is. It feeds in from here up through, but it is slowly moving to the east southeast. So that's pretty much weather-wise. What's going on? So as you can see, we do have an ice shelf out here. Extends out a little ways. And you can see some ice way out there. So it's different sheets that break off. I'm gonna look and see what. Yeah, see, we're not HD again. Okay, so there's the HD. You should be able to see a little better. That's 1080p HD. So, oh, okay, Mike. Snow covered your camera. Yes, the green is rain. And as you can see, as it's panning past the pillars, you can see the snow. Even though it's 34 degrees right now, we're still getting a little bit of snow. But if it changes over to rain, that should make a nice slushy mess. But it isn't going to get much better. We're supposed to have snow, rain today, changing back as we go into the deep freeze, possible snow flurries. Then tomorrow, snow again, on and off. And Sunday, who knows? It's a toss up. It could be partial snow day. But then next week, we're going down into the deep freeze again. No, JD, no skinny dipping today. Although the interesting thing is, I don't know whether they do it down there too, but here they have what's called the polar bear dip. And every year, I think it's in February, or was it, did they already have it? They go to the beach and they all jump in the lake water with the ice and then come running back out again. I I don't know whether anybody saw my video yesterday of the backup on the Blue Water Bridge. It was interesting. It was an interesting flight. I ended up with almost 8 or 9 minutes of flight time. And I, then edited it and brought it back down. I think what I'll do is I'll share with you some of my pictures that I took out of the video. If anybody might be interested. There's the one of the shots I took. As you can see, you can actually see the ice out here. It's not completely covering. There's looking into Canada. That's the trucks trying to get into Canada. There is the Canadian portion of truck inspection. They come down the bottom of the bridge here, make a right-hand turn, and they're 3 wide. And they go into an inspection process here where they either tell them, check their paperwork, whatever. They may tell them to park for further inspection or whatever. Here is the American side where the trucks are coming in, and you can see the backup here. They're kind of slowing them down. And all this is they collect tolls. This is the toll side. That's inspections over there for incoming trucks. There's some of the trucks on the bridge. That's Port Huron in the background. There's the inspections. You can see the trucks go out and they curve all the way around the way out here, waiting to cross. And there it is. It shows it going out, 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 out and around. And they're just at a crawl out there. They're not making much headway. And there it is into the Canadian side again, Canadian inspection. That's looking into the Canadian side. This is heading for the US. This is heading for Canada. And let me play this a little bit for you. This was, I'm behind here, and that's where I took off from. There was film crews. You can see they got the film crew equipment here. So I turn around here and come back. The ducks are all huddled along there. But here's the film crew setup. They got a, looks like to me like some kind of a generator, lights, camera, and to what I believe is, because I did see a reporter would stand right here and with the bridge in the background. There's the duckies. And here I am over here behind the Tahoe. Yes. So anyway, that's just some of the pictures. That's not the video. The video is much longer, of course. Hey, Laura, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. JDS is first and Laura's last, she says. Yeah, from what I understand and what the news is reporting is that the border is back open here in Port Huron to Sarnia and flowing somewhat normally. However, I'm not sure about that because it's windy out there right now and I'm just not going to go fly and see what I can see. Let me go over here. I'm going to pull up a different camera, Boat Nerd camera. Yeah, there's not backed up on the bridge. There's trucks moving. They have much better shot. Of what's going on. Let's go here. Here. Turn that off. And let me go back here. Okay, I'm going to screen share this. Screen share. It's kind of dark because their camera usually is always dark, and I'm going to go ahead and roll it. You can see how windy it is. See the flags there? But see, the trucks seem to be moving over the bridge. So that's kind of the situation here as far as the trucker drama. the protest continues over, of course, in Montreal. Yes, I do too, Laura. I wish it was warmer. Thanks, Marie. Yeah, those are just a few images that I pulled. No, I do not know. I have not read anything. Um, it's supposed to come down here, but I did. Lynn did send me. Let me see if I can find it. An interesting piece. Lynn sent me a link. Lynn. Okay. I'm going to share this. Screen share. Share. It's called The Slow Roll at the Detroit Borders with Big Blue. Don't know what that means, but 1:00 p.m. February the 12th, meeting spot is 510 Edison, Thomas Edison Parkway. That's the parkway along the river here. If you are local, you can support with supplies, hand warmers, bottled water, phone chargers, lodging, showers, home, cooking, etc. Not sure what that's all about, but yeah, slow roll at the Detroit Borders with Big Blue. Yeah, I don't know what that means. It's at 1:00 tomorrow. So yeah, yeah, Laura, the weather swings this time of year, no doubt. You went through a warm spell right in the middle. Yeah, because we warmed up yesterday and today, 34, 35 degrees. And then we're going to go down to the deep freeze again. So down close to zero. And I'm talking Fahrenheit, not Celsius. Well, that's a double-edged sword, David, AZ. I don't like the extreme cold anymore as I've gotten older, but yet I don't like the really hot weather ever. And I know that everybody, I was in Arizona one time in the warmer weather, and they says, oh, but it's a different kind of heat. It's like standing in front of the oven door. Yeah, I didn't like that either. So more temperate is what I think. Kansas City was more temperate, as I remember when I lived there for a couple of years. But what I did remember in the summertime when it got hot, it really got hot, and the humidity level was, you're almost like trying to breathe underwater. And the heat was excruciating as well. but the winters were not as long. Winters there started maybe the end of November, sometimes after Thanksgiving, and then, it started, spring started arriving, the end of February, 1st of March, so it was nicer weather. But then in the summertime, the heat was excruciating there too, so. I know, Boo. You're a good girl. You're a good girl. Yes, you are. So, yeah, it's kind of half dozen one or the other. So Laura, what's your game plan for today? You just kind of hanging, or you got things to do, or, and how, have you heard any word from our friend Rob? How he's doing? I know he said he had another medical appointment. I thought he said today or tomorrow. I know they're checking on him regularly. Yeah, if I only had that kind of money, I'd have myself a great big huge motorhome and I'd be going back and forth, right, Mia? I used to have a 36-foot motorhome with and I towed a Jeep behind it. But what I found was my personality is I'm not a point A, B, C, D, E. If E is the destination, A is the starting point. I just went as fast as I could to get it to E. I didn't meander in between. But with a big motorhome, it's hard to meander in between because a lot of as you're driving down the road, stop at this old place, stop here and see this and stop and see that. You can't really do that with a big motorhome. You got to have some big parking areas like a Walmart and there isn't a Walmart in every town that, some people say it's close, but it's not. Some of the sites to see or special places to stop, just they don't cater to big rigs. Oh, your niece and nephew are coming tonight. Yeah. Sounds like they come and visit quite often, Laura. Yeah, every once in a while, we go over and we look at, just for fun, on Marketplace. I will go over and check out some motorhomes. Lynn does it regularly. She's got a motorhome and she's always looking. Nothing wrong with that. I know. But you can go to Marketplace and type in motorhome, and you can come up with all kinds of different ways to travel, different prices, different states of repair and disrepair. Most of the older ones, you can get them for, a song, but they, they're not in perfect condition. And as you get older, you're not looking for a project. I'm going to screen share again, folks, just to show you what I'm looking at over here. This is Marketplace. And here's Comstock Park, Michigan. That's a 34-foot. I'm sure it's gas, but it's got a generator because this is the generator bay, and this is the generator exhaust. So only 65,000 miles, a V10 Ford chassis, everything works, turnkey, go, always stored inside. Has less than 700 miles on tires, 5 years old. Interior like new, carpet vinyl floor, $19,500. So that's a nice coach. But it's also been on here for a while. There's the layout. And it's got 2 slides on the other side to expand out. So there's all kinds of motorhomes out there available, or different from trailers to motorhomes to all kinds of things. Just that you have to be willing to partake. Here's probably a good buy. I'll show you this one. Screen share. This is a 2000 Monaco. So it's 22 years old, but a Monaco is a premium coach. It's got a little bit of problems here and there. But what makes me wonder is when they don't show the interior. Does not run. It's diesel, doesn't run. Diesel generator, super slide out, 40-foot in length. Due to numerous injuries, I need to explain in more detail to what I know and why it does not run. Spoke to a couple of diesel mechanics over the phone about the time the engine stopped running. Their opinion were either it is a head gasket leak or a failed fuel injector. Please understand it need to be towed. But that's for a Monaco, that's a hell of a buy if the interior is any good at all. But they're not showing any interior, just exterior. And if you're going to sell something, you need to show the inside as well. Okay, Laura, you take care, my friend. Yep. 19,500, very cheap. Yeah, just a regular driver's license. You're not commercial. You can drive all of those big ones you want. You're not a commercial driver. As long as you have a standard issued driver's license, you're good to go. I've always said that, you know, if you had the time and the energy, I kind of wish I still had my motorhome. But like I said, I went on a trip one time and I went down to the coast, like South Carolina, and I just drove right straight through and right straight back, towing the Jeep all the way. And the only time I stopped and parked was at a casino for a few hours and drove back all night long through the night and back the next day. So, but yeah, there's a lot of great buys. You can get taken too, but if you knew somebody that was a diesel mechanic, that Dynasty is a good buy for $12,000. The Dynasty is the top of the line. But there's a lot of them that are, you know, here's I'll screen share. We'll just go down to the list and you can see some of the pricing, David. Screen share. Okay, here we go. Okay, so here's Coachman, Clinton, Michigan. It's got a slide out. Here's that Monaco for $12,000. Here's a Monaco, same year, $35,000. Here's a Fleetwood Fleer 94, older. Yep, yes it is. But let's take a look at some of the pictures inside. I mean, it's kind of doable. You know, a little bit of here, fixer upper here or there, you know. Needs a door, new battery. Plumbing lines to the sink in the bathroom and kitchen need to be replaced. Can get the generator to run, but won't power the RV. Furnace needs cleaned out, you know. So that's what you get when you steal something, you know. But if you look, it's got the TV up there. It's got, you know, the cushions don't seem to be ripped or torn up or anything. But as you go down through and you look at them, there's all kinds of, this is probably at the top end here. A lot of people spend $70,000 on a pickup truck, okay? This is a Monaco, which is top of the line. Let's see what they got for pictures. There's the interior. There's the bathroom. There's the bedroom, master. The master has its own bathroom. And there's looking forward in the coach. There it is. But as you can see, 70,000 versus that other one with just maybe a diesel fix-up, just makes you wonder. But there's deals out there to be had. Here's a Four Winds Hurricane Saginaw, $10,000. Four Winds Hurricane Elkhart, Indiana. Here's a Coachman Murata. It's probably a nice coach too. Let's take a look at a few of its pictures. It's only got 20,444 miles on it. It's got a backup camera. Stereo. There's the interior. Looks pretty nice. There's looking back towards the bedroom. Big screen TV on the wall. There's the galley kitchen area. There's the dinette. There's this stand-up freezer, refrigerator. There's the galley, a better picture. There's the bathroom, sink and everything right there. As you go to the bedroom. There's the bathroom stool and shower. There's the master. The bedroom in the back. It's got a TV on the wall with lots of storage for clothes. It's got electronic leveling. Yeah, so that, you know, that's a pretty nice coach right there. So there's all kinds of possibilities. You know, say at 64,000, like I say, that people are spending that much for vehicles. But, you know, interesting thing is to go to Marketplace and just type in what you're looking for. You can find all kinds of things in your area because it'll search by area. I didn't need to rattle on, but I just find some of those things interesting. No, you don't need a commercial driver's license. Because think about it this way, AZ, if you were to tow behind, let's say you had a big SUV with the hitches and everything, and you were to tow a 28 or 30-foot trailer behind you, you don't need a commercial. And that's huge too. No, you don't need a commercial license. But yeah, that last coach I showed you guys for what was it, 76,000, I think it was that was really nice. Knew that coach probably was close to $180,000, and it only had 22,444 miles on it with backup camera, generator, and everything on board. Yeah, some of them have airbag suspension, and some of them that don't. I know that a friend of Lynn's and mine, Nick, bought a big coach, and he replaced the suspension with airbags because he's a truck driver, and he replaced it with airbags, and it smoothed out the ride and everything, and it was much more luxurious ride. Oh, well, there you go, Mike. Mike says he's getting together a posse, gonna go out and search, look for the camera. Oh, 64,000. Okay, yeah. Yeah, and that's like I say, Marie, there's people over here spending that on SUVs or pickup trucks. Um, I mean, I know people that are leasing vehicles, paying $500-600 a month, and you don't own it. Then you turn it in, and you're out all the money and nothing to show for it. Yeah, it's snowing a little bit harder here now. I'll show you folks. Screen share. You can see the snow coming down. All the birds are looking to get fed before it gets too bad. So, yes, Marie, you're right. But yeah, there's always options. But in a previous life, it was 10 or 15 years ago, I might consider doing some more traveling. But I had that big motorhome parked out on the north side of the house, and just decided it was sitting there, sitting there, sitting there. My parents loved to go in that motorhome, even if it was just a drive up the lake, because you sit high, great big windows you can see out. And I used to take them every week for a drive up along the lake shore, and we'd stop and get an ice cream cone here or there. And yeah, that was some good times. Yep, new trucks are always fun to look at. Well, new vehicles are always fun to look at. I was always partial to SUVs, Suburbans, Tahoes. The yeah, there's just different stroke for different folk. Yep. So anyway, yes, Marie, in the best of times. Well, my life has changed because I've watched it change with border crossings here. Ever since they put in a second span, we become a major, not the biggest, but a major player in cross border. And when I was younger, I remember driving over, just going to dinner at the Chinese restaurant or get fish and chips or whatever. And it was just pull up, what's your citizenship? Where you going? What are you doing? Did you have any alcohol or firearms? No. Have a good day. And they just wave you through. Now it's the border is much more complicated. And I also find that I'm not big into crowds like I used to be either. Lynn still has a desire to go and go camping and do that kind of thing. Because she did it her whole life. She used to take some of her best memories are when she used to take her grandkids and they go camping. So uh, it just it's just what you're used to, what you're looking for. But like I say, if you still want to get out and see the world a little bit, I would encourage you to go ahead and take a look at a motorhome, and you can get them fairly reasonable. And when you decide you don't want to travel in that mode again, you just sell it, move on. And right now in the wintertime up here in the north, it is the best time to buy a motorhome. As soon as spring hits and people think that they might want to be out on the road, the price goes up. Well, I think yes, that's right, Marie. Pull in wherever. Well, I think we're down to 8 people watching now. What do you guys think? You think it's time to pull the plug? Uh, I'm planning on being on again this evening. So um, I'm going to screen share one more look at uh, we'll go down quickly and do one more pass through of the RVs and SUVs and whatever, the RVs. As you can see, the pricing runs for anywhere from for trailers and for motorhomes. Some of them more expensive than others. This Monaco here I find intriguing for 45,000. It's a 43 foot. It's got 1, 2 slide outs on this side. Let's see what it says about it. 2012, 43. Bathroom double, 26 shower, queen bed, slide outs, LCD TVs and everything like that. Excellent condition. It's in Detroit. What makes me wonder is that a real or is that a ripoff? Because I do not see, it was only listed 17 hours ago. If that's for real, that is a steal. That motorhome brand new today would be close to $200,000. Monaco Diplomat. Heck of a buy. In fact, I'm going to go back here to the Diplomat. I'm going to send that to Lynn. Share that. Send in Messenger. Send it to Lynn. Okay. That'll wet her whistle a little bit. But yeah, you go down through here, you see them 10,000, 11,000, 28,000, 64,900. But yeah, there's all kinds of, you can go down, drive yourself silly looking at them. 42,000. All different kinds of types. If you want something a little smaller, a Ford Transit. Let's see what a Transit has to offer. No, see, that's just a van. That's waiting for you to go ahead and it's a 2018. Waiting for you to do whatever you want to it. Here you go. You could be in the food business right there. But there's all kinds of different things. It's just fun to. Lynn goes through here. She's a little bit of a shopper, not a spender, but a shopper, and she goes down through there. Oh yeah, they're big. Well, it's kind of like having a steering wheel in your living room. You have to get used to the wider turns. You have to get used to lane changes. But the newer ones, even the older ones, they've had them installed as rear cameras. Mine had a rear camera on it, and I could see behind me and down the sides of the coach. Uh, good size monitor right on the dash in between me and the other seat. So everybody in the chat, thanks for being here. Thanks for putting up with me for the last while. Like I say, I'm probably going to be on again tonight, so watch for me. And everybody take care. Have a great day, and please be safe. And we will survive the winter. JSK, you're just here in time to say goodbye. But thanks for popping in. We're going to be out of here. Everybody take care. Have a great day. We'll see